TikTok when you get in there. You know what I'm saying? Dr. Pepper says I'm in a Target because I'm homeless now. Yeah, man, I've been homeless for like 20 years, bro. I live in a cardboard box behind the Silverton Casino. You know what I mean? Yeah. Super duper. I'm super homeless. Been homeless for 25 years now. You know what I mean? I've just been hiding it really, really well. You know what I mean? I live in a cardboard box behind the casino, behind the Silverton Casino. For real, for real. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yo, what's up, user? Yo, what's up? No one lost. Yo, so if you guys wanna, oh no, don't ask me where. I'm super homeless. I live in the I live in a cardboard box behind the Silverton Casino. I'm actually inside the Silverton Casino right now. I'm actually inside my cardboard box right now. It's just inside of it, it is as vast as the inside of Snoopy's doghouse. So yo, if you guys want to hear the rest of the story of my very first girlfriend, come over onto my YouTube stream, you know what I mean, and say TikTok in the stream, and I'll enter you in a contest to win a free PS5. Yo! Hey, what's up, Noah? What's up, Jex? What's up, Liz? What's up, Noah? What it is, user? What's up, Noah? Yo, so if you guys want your comments read, because I'm not reading any more TikTok comments, if you guys want your comments read, unless you're gifters, of course, but if you guys want your comments read, go over onto my my YouTube channel, is BlastphamousHD TV2, and type in TikTok. Hey, what's up, Venter? Good to see you from TikTok, man. I mean, audio ain't super duper low. Oh. Type of 1 in the chat if you guys can hear all the audio. Type of 2 in the chat if you guys can't hear the audio. You know what I mean? Nobody winning that PS5. I've given away 30 PS5s at once. You know what I mean? But if you don't want me to give away a PS5, I won't. Like, I'm not the type of guy who's gonna, yo, W's in the chat. Yo, Noah, thank you for the 2 in super chat. W's in the chat to Noah. Appreciate you, brody. Hey, so everybody, my phone is literally on 2%. It's about to shut off. Come on to go over to my YouTube channel, man. You got about 1 minute. Go over to my YouTube channel if you want me to read your comments and say TikTok. Everybody that leaves my TikTok comes over to my YouTube. You get entered into the contest to win a brand new PS5. It's the 31st one I've given away. I stopped doing giveaways I didn't do a giveaway for like 5 years because one of the people that I gave a free I spent $1,500 on, because I did this back when it was $1,000 per PS5. Not only was it $1,000 per PS5, but it was $500 shipping and handling. It was $400 to send him his. You know what I mean? It was the FedEx it to Texas was $400. So I spent $1,400 on that dude, and he went on to my my Discord and then disrespected the shit out of me in front of everybody. It was crazy work. After that, I haven't given away another PS5. This will be the first PS5 I've given away since then. But my nigga, you know what I mean? So go onto my YouTube channel and press TikTok and type in TikTok. You know what I mean? Yo, what's up, Draco? What's up, Zay? Hey, what's up, Wild? What's up, Vintage? What's up, baby? What's up, Filthy Frank? What it is, Marceline? What's up, Plur? What it is? You know what I mean? Not reading. So my TikTok is about to end very abruptly, probably in about 7 seconds. Come over onto my YouTube channel, BlastphamousHD TV2, if you guys want me to, you know what I mean? Like, you guys want me to read all of your comments and whatnot. Appreciate the compliment, man. Yo, appreciate you the gifts. Yo, what's up, Warner? What's up, Fizz? What's up, Elevated? What's up, Antonio? All right, you guys. So now that you guys are over onto my YouTube channel, you know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, my phone is literally about to die. All right, man. I'll see y'all niggas later. Yep. This shit about to go the way of the birds. Nigga. So, yep, it's dying now. Oh, it's still alive. I don't know how. Yo, where are you? You know what I'm saying? I'm inside of my house. I'm inside of my cardboard box. I live in a cardboard box behind the Silverton. You know what I mean? For real, for real. Yeah. But yeah, I'm at Target. You know what I mean? Hmm. So, what you guys getting into? What you guys up to? What's up, Slimy? What's up, Wild Nation? What's up, Molly? Alright, so today we about to tell you guys the story of my very first girlfriend. You know what I'm saying? Her name was Sherelle, bro, and I was super duper in love with Sherelle, man. And I didn't even freaking really know why. You know what I mean? It makes perfect sense. I spent all day, you know what I mean, like just thinking about the chick. Oh man, like, is she gonna say yes? Is she gonna, because gave her one of those letters that had two boxes on it that, that she had to check one. That, if she liked me, then she would check yes. If she didn't like me, then she would check no. You know what I'm saying? Yo, that's what's up that you be partying. You know what I mean? Been watching you since one night at Fonties. That's what's up. Nigga. So, with that being said, let's see. What's up, Star? What's up, Viz? What it is, Sion. Hey, it's good to see you from TikTok. What it is, Ja? What's up, Antonio? All right, so peep game. So, I spent 2 long years pining over Sherelle. I was trying to get her to date me. You know what I mean? She ain't even like me like that. I tried everything. I tried passing her notes that had the boxes on it and to check one of them. If you like me, check yes. If you don't like me, check no. You know what I mean? And she would never freaking like send the notes back or none of that. You know what I mean? So, yo, type of one in the chat. Once we reach our super chat milestone, which is 50 in super chat, you guys want me to tell you guys a story of my craziest girlfriend. Type a 2 in the chat if once we reach our next super chat milestone, which is 48 more in super chat, you guys want me to tell you guys the story of the girl I loved the most, but she left. You know what I mean? And I'll give you a hint. It was not Dr. Girlfriend. That chick was far from the love of my life, nigga. I ain't even like her more than I like Farron. Bruh. Nigga. They always be like that. Yeah, yeah. Hey, what's up, Tony? All right, y'all. So we got, let's see. Okay, so we got 1, 2, 3 twos, 4 twos, and only like 2 ones. All right, so once we reach the next super chat milestone, which is 48 more in super chat, I'll tell you guys the story of the chick that I talked to that I like, that was, that I loved her super much, but like we didn't work out. Nigga. I'm doing extremely good, you know what I mean? Hope you guys are having a good day as well. You know what I mean? So how are you guys doing? So, with that being said, you know what I mean? Let's see. Okay, with Sherelle, I met this chick in middle school, and I had the biggest crush on this chick. You know what I mean? But she did just like acted like I didn't exist. She didn't even know I freaking existed. So, you know what I mean? And I tried everything. I asked her to be with me. I told her I loved her. I gave her gifts. You know what I mean? I gave her food. I gave her my lunch money. I gave her my lunch food. I gave her my lunch. Like, I gave her everything. You know what I mean? She treated me like I either didn't exist or I was disgusting. And I was like, what the fuck? Yo, hey, Blasphemous, do you give out dating advice? For super chats, yes. You know what I mean? Yo, super chat your question through and I'll give you dating advice. The crazier, the higher the super chat, the more secretive and better the dating advice. Because I know some crazy dating secrets, bro. I really, really do. But I just, don't really care to, you know what I mean? Because, once you've talked to enough chicks, you just, it's all work. You know what I mean? It's like one big dog and pony show. You know what I mean? Like, but beautifully enough, the beautiful thing about dating as a guy is all women are the same. They all want the same thing. You know what I mean? So, where you guys from and what time is it where you guys are at? That chick following me? Huh? Yeah. But yeah. You know what I mean? All women, it's all the same process. Any new girl you date is all gonna be the same exact process, and she's gonna take the same exact time that all the other girls take, and she's gonna say the same exact shit, and she's gonna try to shit test you in the same exact way. You know what I'm saying? What's really wild is, like, You guys might not know it, but every woman you've ever dated has gone down this same exact specific path every single time. You know what I mean? Every guy that met their wife, every guy that's married, did not, their wife was not usually their first choice. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, she was just the woman that treated him the best. And then he got with her, they got married, and he believed that she was different because she treated him so good. You know what I mean? But in all actuality, the only reason why she treated him so good was because he didn't like her. You know what I mean? But then, the minute he started to like her and fall in love with her, she became a raving lunatic. You know what I mean? Nigga. That should be funny as hell. And then, the dude is told by every chick around him, oh, no, man, all you got to do is treat her nicer, kiss more butt, buy her stuff, happy wife, happy life. And the nicer he treated her, the worse she acted. And he never understood why. I know. I know it all. Not only have I read the entire process countless times, but I've lived through the process countless times. Nigga, I just low-key relived the process this morning with a whole new chick. She was my Uber driver. Met her this morning, man. She got 4 kids. You know what I'm saying? She got 4 kids and a boyfriend, and is trying to come over to my house to watch Alien Romulus. Nigga, and get this, the first 15 minutes of the Uber ride, she told me she would never touch me or talk to me. She hated my type. They all do that. It's the process. Oh yeah, I would never talk to a guy like you. I would never date a guy like you. You ain't my type. Oh no, never, Yeah, and then you just say the stuff that I tell you to say. Next thing you know, they're talking about, man, I can't stand my boyfriend. He really pissed me off, blah, blah, blah. And then it's always a horror flick. I'll give you guys that free clue. Scary movies is what gets you sat on. Scary movies, bro. Stop watching lovey-dovey movies with women. It does not end in smecks. It only ends in one of you crying or an argument. Never watch any, bro. But what's really wild is, out of all the hundreds of movies I've watched, only 15 of them guarantee good cuddling sessions. Literally, cycle through the 15 that make good cuddling sessions happen. I'll tell you 2 of them. The second half of Alien Romulus, you know what I mean? And another one is Predator Badlands. There's 2 of them. You're welcome. Go have a good weekend. You know what I mean? But that's still like a really small part of it. They always want the rom-com shit. No, dude. You have to watch scary, suspenseful movies or action movies. Yeah. Movies with a lot of heavy action. Another movie I'll give you is, you got to make sure it's a movie that doesn't have a lot of slow parts. Because the minute a slow part happens, the woman is going to get turned off, more than likely, because she's going to feel real emotion, and then it's not going to feel good. And then she's going to stop. You know what I mean? Type a 1 in the chat if you've ever been cuddling with a chick and then the movie turned boring or lame or sappy, and then you noticed you felt all the energy drain out of the cuddling session. You know what I mean? Type a 2 in the chat if that's never happened. My nigga Wild Nation. But yeah, if you guys want, it is so much clearer here than on TikTok. Understandable. Nick. Isn't that wild? Isn't that wild, like, how normal of a thing that is? I could have been a dating coach, but I didn't. Having to teach dudes coaching is work. Having to coach dudes on how to date is a lot of work. You know what I mean? And no one knows what they're really doing. You know what I mean? Everyone, for some reason, tends to think that it's all chance. It's not. It's not chance at all. Maybe it did and it ain't. Yo, yeah, I'm putting y'all up on game, man. You know what I'm saying? But yo, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? But yeah, if you guys super chat through your questions, I will answer you guys' dating questions if y'all have them. If y'all have regular life questions, y'all can super chat those through. If y'all have just questions about, stuff I've done, super chat them through. The crazier the question, the higher the super chat. You know what I mean? If we reach 150 in super chat, I'll tell you a dating secret that'll have you a girlfriend in a motherfucking week. The love of your life in a week. And nigga. And not only that, but I can also teach you very quickly within 5 minutes on how to repair any relationship you're already in. Real talk. Because a lot of guys, when they want to learn about dating, they don't even want to learn to meet new women. They want to learn to get the woman that they're already dating to treat them better. You know what I mean? How do I super chat? The easiest way to super chat is either through my tip jar link, which is not up right now, or in the where you type in like the stuff you want to chat, where you type in the words, there's a dollar sign next to that. Press that, and it allows you to super chat through. My nigga. But yeah, you know what I mean? There's certain key things that you have to do in order to keep your the person you're hanging out with, like the girl you're kicking it with, like, in order to keep her emotions controlled and in check enough. Otherwise, she's just gonna freak out. I'll give you guys a tip. I'll give you guys a real quick tip. You know what I mean? Never, ever, ever call a woman crazy. Never call a woman crazy. You know what I mean? Never call a woman crazy. Never, never call a woman like, you know what I mean? Never call a woman any noun that will get her to act worse. So basically, if you call a woman that likes you crazy, she'll act crazy. If you're arguing with a woman and you look at her and say, "You're acting crazy right now," she's gonna break your shit. You're welcome. Instead, I want you, when your woman is freaking out, you look her dead in the face and say, "Baby, you're way too classy to be acting like this." You're welcome. You just saved yourself a DV. You just saved yourself a domestic violence situation, bro. You're welcome. Baby, you way too, baby, you way too classy to be acting like this. You way too classy to be acting like this. You way too classy to be acting like this. The last one. You're welcome. But okay, so I tried everything to get this girl to date me. I tried everything to get Sherelle to date me. You know what I mean? Like I gave her money, I bought her food, I did everything. None of it worked, right? So tell me why. The one thing that did work was I got into a fight. I got challenged to a fight by one of the bullies in school. One of my bullies in school. His name was Dante. His name was Donnie. So Donnie, he runs up on me in the beginning of the school and he challenged me to a fight at the bike racket at the end of school. And I'm like, I'm scared shitless. I've never been in a fight before. I'm like, oh God, no, but I'll show up. So I show up. I was scared shitless, and I get over there, and we end up scrapping. I mean, for 15 in super chat, I'll go into detail about the whole fight, how crazy it was. So we scrapped, you know what I mean, and somehow I won. I got crazy lucky, you know what I mean, and ended up winning the scrap, right? So afterwards, like I said, I'd given like 100 notes to this girl, like, yo, be with me, date me, be with me, and she told me no every time. She wasn't with it. But after I won my first fight, then she walks past my date, yo, livid, yo, pouring up for the OG Blasphemous. Been watching since 2016. Yo, keep up the hard work. No questions, just makes my day seeing you still at it. Yo, W's in the chat to live it. W's in the chat to live it, yo. Appreciate you, Brody. He just hit 15 directly through the channel. Yo. Alright, so that means that my next super chatter, regardless of how much they send, they get to ask a $15 question. You know what I mean? For real, for real. You know what I mean? Yo. Yeah, if we had because there's another super chatter right here that sent two in the very beginning. Yeah. It's Noah. Hey Noah, do you have any dating questions for us, Brody? Nigga. Yeah. Yo, Andrew, what if I'm in love with a skinny white chick, but she's a baddie and she has green eyes and she used to be a webcam freak doing all types of nasty stuff on camera? Andrew, that means nothing. You date that woman. Yeah, I mean, date her, just don't chase or be super duper duper thirsty, but you date that woman. Yeah, I mean, now, all of the nasty stuff she said she did on camera, probably not the truth. Women will say what she's doing is she's shit testing you. Yeah, I'm saying live it the goat. So she's shit testing you. And what a shit test from a woman is when a woman says something to elicit an emotional reaction from you, usually a shitty one. Yeah, I mean, it's like a woman ever says to you, yo, I don't like your eyeballs, or yo, I don't like your shoes, or I don't like your mustache. She's shit testing you. Yeah, I mean, if you get mad and or you get butthurt, then you fail. If you don't give a shit, or you just like keep talking, or if you do what I say to do, then, you know what I mean, you good. For real, for real. You know what I mean? So, with that being said, where are you guys from? And what time is it where you guys are at? Yo, live it. Where are you from, Brody? You know what I mean? Yo, and what video did you guys watch of mine that convinced you guys to check out my vids, check out my channel? So, with that being said, I end up getting into the little situation. I end up scrapping with the Donnie, and I ended up winning the little scrap versus Donnie, which, okay, so I'm gonna go into detail about, because we reached the 15. So what happened was this. It's like, you know what I mean? It's after school. We're at the bike rack. You know what I'm saying? There's this real big tree next to the bike rack. You know what I'm saying? It's a real big freaking tree. You know what I mean? His bike is parked next to it or whatever. So I'm up in there, you know what I'm saying? Like, when I roll up, Donnie already had his homeboy Ronnie with him. Yo, W's in the chat. Yo, Marceline, thank you for the 2 in super chat. What do I think about dating apps? I think dating apps are awesome. Dating apps work. They always work for me. You know what I'm saying? Tinder has never really worked for me. Plenty of Fish has worked very well for me. I found that I got a deal on a freaky Smurf off of Plenty of Fish. You know what I mean? Black Planet worked for me. You know what I mean? Even though that story is horrendous. You know what I mean? Yeah, I wish I could still do Family Guys. You know what I mean? But I bruh. So I never told y'all this story because I don't like, telling you guys stuff that happens if it ain't like at least kind of entertaining. So what happened was, I woke up one morning after doing a bunch of Family Guy videos. After like 3 weeks into doing Family Guy videos, I woke up with 17 strikes from YouTube. You know what I mean? Real quick cut, you know what I mean? Viacom. And they're the type of strikes you don't want. So I couldn't do Family Guy anymore after that. Yeah, crap it. It happens. You know what I mean? Hey, what's up, Steven? You know what I mean? Yo. Hey, appreciate you for the compliment, bro. Yeah. Hey, what's up, Grid? Hey, so the first videos you saw of mine were the reaction of Dragon Ball Z Abridged. Oh my god, Team 4 Stars goated. And also the video where you reacted to Hotline Bling dance memes. Understandable. So, we're both at the bike rack or whatever. It's after school, so every other student in the school is there watching. Everybody is there, including Sherelle, the girl that I wanted to date really badly. And I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. She the reason why I didn't run. Okay, because even though I was a kid, I understood that if I run from this scrap, then this chick is never gonna take her shirt off. You know what I mean? I just knew that instinctively. So with that being said, I went on and the dude Donnie walks up with his homeboy Ronnie. He's like, yo, so what's all, you know what I mean? What's all that crate? Walk up and just push me. I'm like, yo, so like he takes off his backpack and shit. You know what I mean? And he's like, put your hands up, because I ain't know how to fight. So I put my hands up, I put my dukes up or whatever. And he comes in and he throws a punch. You know what I mean? And his punch, it was a really bad punch. It was a really bad punch. This is what he did. He did this shit. Ugh. And I'm just like, I still have, I've never been hit by one of those. I've never been hit by one of those. So he just comes in, super telegraph, throws everything. And since my hands were already up, obviously I watch a lot of anime, Dragon Ball Z videos or whatever. So my hands, you know what I mean? My hands are like this. He throws that punch and I just like put my hand up like this and it catches his forearm and like low-key knocks it back. And then he goes back into his regular fighting stance. And I'm like, yo, that worked? Word. So then he comes in and he throws another one. And I did the same thing. Boop, put my hand up, blocked it off, block it completely, didn't take no damage. And people in the audience are like, oh my God, what the hell? So, so now at this point, he was too scared to throw a punch, but he's also too tired to throw a punch too. But he didn't want to leave the fight because everyone's watching. Everyone's cheering him on. People are cheering me on. So at this point, we're circling around each other, right? You know what I mean? And since you guys sent the 15, I told y'all I would go into detail. I got y'all. So, you know what I mean? Like, we're both circling each other at this point. But I didn't throw no punches because, I didn't know how to punch. You know what I mean? So, because, obviously first fight. So then I hear someone in the crowd screaming and yelling. It's probably Sherelle. Throw a punch! Hey, you said it's 2:32 to up in here in Manitoba, Canada. Yo, that's awesome that you grew up watching my FNAF and trying out the lab challenges. Hell yeah. Yo, that's what's up. That's awesome that you see me as having the most authentic reactions out of everyone back in the day. Hell yeah. Dwayne and Jazz got nothing on OG Blasphemous. Yeah, if only the channel hadn't gotten deleted. Yeah, I mean, happens to the best of us. But Dwayne and Jazz are really cool people too. You know what I'm saying? I think I met one of them. I met one of them in passing. I said what's up a couple times, but like that was it. But like, yeah, dude, I wish I had gotten to kick it with more of the reaction community, I suppose. But like, I met up with Jinx and he was a piece of shit. So I don't know. I think Jinx is just a shitty human being in general, though. I think that's just what that is. You know what I mean? Like, I was just like, ugh. But yeah, I did have a really, really, really good collab experience with, I forgot his name. He's this Mexican type of YouTuber. So, oh, you enjoy the old Mortal Kombat voiceover dubs. Understandable. You know what I'm saying? Yo, that's awesome that you and your brother grew up watching me. You know what I mean? Hey, what's up, One Take Trade? What's up, Superfly God? What it is, Marceline? What's up, ZN Nation? What's up, HC? All right, you guys. Yo. So once we reach our Super Chat milestone, which is 34 more in Super Chat, I'm going to tell you guys the story about the girl that, well, Super Chatter gets to choose. You know what I'm saying? Super Chatters choose the direction of stream, but I'm going to tell you guys a story about the girl that I really, really liked, that I was super duper in love with. No, you guys asked for my craziest girlfriend story. I got you guys on that. Super easy. So, with that being said, you know what I mean? I was freaking, so with that being said, let's see. Okay, so, you know what I mean? Now, someone's screaming at me, yo, throw a punch him. And I didn't know what to do. So, this was my first fight. So I just, like, literally threw one out. Yo, Antoine Matthews. W's in the chat, man. I think I just made a child cry. Yo, love watching your bugs as scary vids. Yeah, that's awesome that you enjoy watching my bugs as scary vids. Yeah, man, I want to react to more scary bug videos, but I just got so many copyright strikes from people. You know what I mean? I was reacting to bug videos, more scary bug videos for y'all, and I got 7 strikes. I woke up one day with 7 strikes. You know what I mean? And then it happened again like another 2 weeks later. You know what I mean? It's like, hey, you know what I mean? So I don't think if I could really keep watching more bug videos, because people be people. So with that being said, Stephen Vargas says, what happens to Craigslist Cheese? He became a rapper. You know what I mean? A very successful rapper, but he's a rapper. You know what I mean? He's a real one too. Craigslist Cheese is a real one. So Sherelle starts screaming at me to hit the dude. Hit him, what are you doing? Hit him. You know what I mean? And I'm just like, so I see this and I went on and threw a punch, and it hit him. But it didn't knock him out. It didn't really do a whole bunch of damage. So then she kept screaming, hit him again. So I hit him again, and it didn't do a whole bunch of damage. So at this point, I hear the principals, the teachers, screaming and yelling for the fight to stop. So, you know, I turn around only to see, yo, W's in the chat to ZN Nation. Make sure to hit that subscribe button. This man is a legend. Yo, sub. Thank you, ZN Nation. What's up, Steppin'? What it is, Superfly? What it is, Shadow? What it is, yo? What's up? W's in the chat to ZN4 Nation. Yo, live it. W's in the chat. He just sent another 15. Yo, I hate hearing other YouTubers talk down on you. Most of them don't know how bumpy the road of life is. Well, look, you know what I mean? I don't want you guys to feel bad if you guys hear YouTubers talking down on me, because I'm going to tell you guys why YouTubers talk down on me. YouTubers talk down on me is because women like me. Simple as that, bro. People love me. People love my personality. I'm a very good comedian. You know what I mean? Like, I'm a really good role model. And on top of that, women really, really like me. If women didn't like me, YouTubers would like me. You know what I mean? It's in the books. You know what I mean? 23 laws of human nature. It's very normal. That's why Bills dislikes me so much. That's why Chavez hated me enough to try to lie on me about the goofy shit he was doing. That's why. Because women like me. Like, think about it. Like, it's very easy to hate a guy that women like, right? And I'll give you guys a perfect example. The best example. My homeboy. He gets more women than me. Way more. Badder. He gets a shit ton of women. A lot of them. I'm talking baddies. And the only reason why he gets more women than me is because he goes to the places and the events where the women are. Whenever I go to these events, the bad females are on me like they're on him. But he has a lot of women all over him, right? One day I'm on his Instagram. I see one of his pictures where he's covered in women. Women are all over him. He's got yitties in his face. He's looking great. And I remember watching this video. I remember looking at his picture. And I'm like, man, I can't stand this motherfucker. And I caught myself when I did that. And I was like, wait a minute. I did the same shit that the dudes that get less ladies than me did to me. You mean, nigga. You know what I mean? So I can't be mad at that. It's literally human nature. Even I did it. Nigga. Yo, Z Nation. Yo, I love you, man. You literally make me laugh every time I watch your content, especially the Family Guy. Try not to laugh. Yo, I laugh watching my Try Not to Laugh Family Guy videos. So, bro, I appreciate the compliment, ZN Nation, ZN4 Nation. Yo, what's the first video that you guys ever saw of mine that got you guys interested in watching my videos? Yo, we just reached 40 in Super Chat, which means if we reach 10 more, I'm telling you guys the story about the craziest girl I ever dated. Craziest woman. What do I think about LeBron James and 76ers? Awesome. You know what I mean? Yo, so Superfly God just said, Blast got no hoes. Appreciate the compliment. Hey, what's up, Goat Seb? Story time about GameStop way back in the day. Story time about GameStop? Oh, yeah, you mean the one where I got robbed at Pew Pew Point, at gunpoint up in there? Yeah, that was like my favorite GameStop, bro. That GameStop literally kept me out the hood. I was living in the projects, and instead of burgling houses, yo, W's in the chat. W's in the chat. Thank you for the 10 from Livid. W's in the chat. All right, Joe. Got you guys coming up fresh. We immediately, all right, so type of one in the chat if you guys want me to finish the current story about the fight and Ronnie, you know what I mean, and the first girlfriend, before I go on to the story about the craziest girl I ever dated. To put two in the chat, you guys want me to just go directly into the story about the craziest girlfriend. Yes, W's in the chat to Livid. Oh, damn, you look clean as hell. Hey, thank you for the compliment. You know what I mean? Yeah. No, I don't. You just hella attracted to me. Appreciate the compliment, yo. What's up, Plur? What it is, Shadow? What it is, Tay? What it is, Marceline? What it is, Antonio? What's up? Yeah. What's up, Neon? I saw your jump scare videos and maybe you laugh. That's cool. Yeah. So, with that being said, we're gonna finish the rest of the story. So, I told this chick, I was like, so I'm still fighting. Sherelle behind me yelling, yo, Z4 Nation. Yo, just sent 20 in super chat. W's in the chat. By the way, Z Nation has Z Nation's how it's pronounced. Haha, my team supports you to the very end. Fargo and knows about you for years. To the very end. Yo, that's awesome that Fargo knows who I am. W's in the chat. W's in the chat, man. Y'all gonna have me crip walk up in this mug. Alright, so with that being said, what had happened was, yo, shout outs to Z4 Nation. Shout out to Z Nation. Got you, bro. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Z Nation. And shout outs to Livid. You guys are cracking today, yo. You guys are my day ones. You guys are literally part of my. So look, what do we call the group? My secret group of secret super chatters for the streams. You know what I'm saying? What do I call y'all? I'm gonna call y'all my A1 day ones because y'all hella supportive. So y'all my A1 day ones for real. So with that being said, Marshmallow on Fortnite, hell yeah. Shout Livid and Z Nation. W's in the chat. Marceline, you have great energy. And you are part of my A1 day ones as well. Because you know what I mean? Like, for real. Yo. Alright, so. Let's see. Hold on. I want to look at the, oh, here we go. I found it. Yo. So with that being said, how the heck? Yo, tell me why Z Nation and Livid are both tied for 1,575 XP points apiece. Marlene, you're third with 185, and Antoine, you're fourth with 175. Yo, Noah, you're fifth with 150. W's in the chat to Z Nation, Marceline, Livid, and the homie, none other than Antoine Matthews, and Noah as well. Yo, so with that being said, you guys are goated. For real. So, after the fight, you know what I mean, the principal comes through the fight, comes through the group of people that's like, watching me scrap or whatever. They swim through the crowd of kids watching me, get in, watching me scrap with this dude. And she grabs me by the scruff of my shirt and pulls me back. And it's like, what are you guys doing fighting here? And then the black guy principal, he goes and grabs Ronnie by the scruff of his neck. You know what I mean? And then they both drag us. It looked like something out of a school movie. You know what I'm saying? Like something out of a baby's kids movie. You know what I mean? Grabs us both by the scruff of our necks and then carries us to the principal's office. We go to the principal's office. We up in there and they made us make up and become friends or whatever. We talked and, you know what I mean? Everything was cool after that. You know what I mean? So after that, I'm sitting at my desk, and this is how I got Sherelle, my first girlfriend. It was a very hood school. I could say hood school musical. So I'm sitting at my desk in class, and Sherelle's sitting behind me. I'm just sitting there doing my work, and I see a big piece of paper fall on my desk, and I look up to see Sherelle walking in the opposite direction, not looking me in the face at all, walking in the opposite direction, and I'm like, what the hell? So I open up the note, and it says, "Do you like me? Yes or no?" And I'm like, what? Nigga, tell me why. Oh, God, I never felt butterflies harder than in that moment. Oh my God, it was like everything in my DNA, my calling in life had been satiated. I had won the lottery. I was gonna get, it was such a moment of, I felt like I had beaten the last boss of Zelda Ocarina of Time or some shit. I felt so accomplished. I felt like I got all 120 stars on Super Mario 64. I was so freaking happy. So, you know what I mean? I went home. I'll never forget it, bro. I cherished that note like Helga Pataki cherishes Arnold's freaking statue that she built in her closet made of gum and his pieces of hair. Like, I cherished that note, bro. I kept that note for like 3 months, but I didn't really know what to say to her. So I walk up to her, even though I kept the note, I walked up to her, I typed in yes, I scratched off yes on a piece of paper, and dropped it by her desk the next school day. You know what I mean? So dropped that on her desk and then kept walking past or whatever. And then, you know what I mean? I said yes. So then she dropped another note on my desk the next day and it said, meet me at my locker. So I met her at her locker and, I tried to kiss her, but I did a terrible job, did a horrible kiss. And then after that, she became my girlfriend for like 3 days. I was able to be her boyfriend for 3 days. And then she dumped me. Nigga. I had to happen to me once in school, but it turned out to be one of my school bullies just fucking with me. Yo, Livid! Just pulled ahead, just pulling past the Z Nation, man. Yo, Livid, you're on #1 now, bro. Yo, what's the move after the store? You know what I mean? Don't want you to get in any trouble? Yeah, you ain't never lie, bro. Nigga. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Like, I'm gonna keep it real with you. I enjoy vlogging in stores. You know what I mean? Okay, so look, I'm gonna tell y'all why I like vlogging in stores. Bad bitches just run up on me sometimes. You know what I'm saying? I was at a Target and I was literally like I was looking for something, right? And the baddest white woman I've ever seen in my life. Baddest white woman. She walk up on me from the right? I'm facing forward. She walk up on me. She's like, you look strong. Where are you from? Yo, I'm gonna keep it 100% real. I botched the situation. Didn't get her number. You know what I mean? I wasn't prepared. I ain't know I was gonna be like talking to females that day. Cause for me, talking to females is like it's something I turn on or turn off. You know what I mean? You guys can tell when I turn it off. If I you can tell. You know what I'm saying? But on that day, I wasn't really prepared to do all that. Bro, that might be one of the biggest L's I've taken, bro. She looked so in shape, bro. She was so attractive, Livid. She was so attractive, Livid. Yeah, I mean, she was so attractive, Z Nation. Marceline, she was attractive. Look, I'm not gonna say I got it like that, guys. Okay, this isn't happening every day. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? They did once every 4 trips to Walmart or Target. You know what I mean? Bad bitch just. You know what I mean? It's not a whole lot. You know what I mean? But it do happen, nigga. That shit. I remember this one time. I was at the park and I was lifting weights at the park with my homeboy. And this white dude, this old white guy walks up on me. He's like, yo, so what do you do? Like, where are you from? And I'm like, oh, I do social media. I'm from Cleveland, Ohio. I was born in Compton, though, born in Cali. And he's like, oh, yeah, that's what's up. So you live around here? And I'm thinking it's just a regular old man wanting to talk to people. And I'm very friendly. So I'm like, yeah, I live right there. Just so happens I live literally right there, like 50 feet away from the park in the housing district, right? So he's like, yo, so he talks to me for about another 15 minutes. 15 minutes in, he's like, yo, so you got any kids? And I'm like, no, I don't have any kids. Shit you not. He does this. Oh, okay. Hey, he does this. And I'm just like, what's going on? Am I being punked? Is Ashton Kutcher's freaking comedy camera crew gonna run out of nowhere and freaking try to, like am I getting pranked? Tell me why. A medium as far as attraction goes, looking in shape. Well, not in shape, but not obese, freaking Caucasian woman. Literally, I shit you not, comes popping out of the bushes, nigga. She pop out the bushes because it was a park. There was a lot of bushes. There's a lot of foliage. Baby girl come popping out the bushes. and just starts running towards. I was, nigga. So I'm just like, yo, like, she runs over to me. First things out her mouth is, you want some food? I'll cook you dinner. Where's your house at? Your house is right there. Let's go to your house right now. I'll cook you dinner. Another one of the biggest mistakes I ever made. I should have did that. I don't know what I was doing, guys. I wasn't on my game. It was too many variables, guys. It's too many variables. She was a redhead, bro. So I got her number. I did get her number, and I texted her. And I texted her back like, yo, what's your name? And she texted me back, and all she texted me was a gif of a white woman getting hit in the face with a bunch of hot dogs. I'm just like, I mean, wildest part is, coming to find out through talking to him, that was her husband. She had her husband making her dating life easier. Okay, you walk up and talk to the guys to warm him up, and then I'll come running in once you make sure he has a job. Nigga. Oh my. Yeah, that's real. Fumble some swingers. You joke. You got jokes. Nigga. Why am I scared of water? Well, when I was younger, I fell off the side of a cruise ship into the sea, and I looked down underwater when I was in the water, and I'm actually remembering that situation very vividly right now. I know exactly why I don't go in water. That's why. Yep, that's exactly. I just remember. I just saw all, just like, to me, like, nope. That's what's up. Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, you know what I mean? I don't know. I guess I've kind of developed a love for department stores. You know what I mean? Because the females, man, like, nigga, they just, you know what I mean? Like, Target be having the bad females, but I don't even know what's up. You look very casual. What field do you work? I own a hot dog stand. You know what I mean? Only sell bratwursts. Really, really small ones. Really small bratwursts. Yeah, I mean, that big ass octopus on Animal Planet. Yo, yeah, the big ass octopus on Animal Planet. That's what, seeing that huge eyeball, and then, you know what I mean, like, you know, I didn't even know I was as scared of the water until I played GTA 5. Like, I did not understand how deep that fear is for me. Did not know. Did not know it was that bad until I played that GTA 5. Y'all saw that. Nigga, I lost. I threw my controller. I dove off screen. I was inconsolable after that one. I was like, nigga, what I've been up to? Nigga, I don't know if I could tell y'all what I've been up to, man. Because if I tell y'all what I've been up to, people just gonna get mad. You know what I mean? Let's just keep it at, I live behind behind the Silverton Casino in a cardboard box. And, you know, yeah. Because, like, I don't know if I tell y'all the truth, man. Because whenever I tell people how happy I am, niggas just start talking shit. So I just stopped doing it. You know what I mean? Like, nigga. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, man. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It's like people be like, yo, how's your day? And you tell them how good your day is. So you think you're better than me. Huh? You think you're better than me? Oh, yeah? Well, how about this? You got in trouble for this horrible stuff we know you didn't do, but you did it. Yep. And how about that allegation that you stole that guy's electricity? Huh? How about that? How's that for how good your day is? So I just stopped answering it. Like, nigga, what should we do to diffuse that? Do to diffuse what? Peace is very powerful. You know what I mean? Yeah, I stopped telling people about my day because I like my peace. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, nigga, like, You know what I mean? People ask me, yo, how's your day? Oh man, yo, females been hitting on me all day. You know what I mean? Got some numbers and shit. One female want to come through the crib and get the beat back. You know what I'm saying? So, life is great. And then give it about 5 more comments. Somebody gonna be up in here telling people about how horrible of a person, the horrible, terrible stuff I've done. And I just don't. You know what I mean? You like the fit, bro. This is the first time I have been wearing like business casual stuff in a long time. It's not really my forte. You know what I mean? Nigga. I don't know. I might switch up a little bit. Okay, so you guys, so I ended up dating that woman for like 3 more, like 3 weeks or whatever. She ended up dumping me. And then, so you guys want to hear the story about the craziest chick I ever dated. So the craziest chick I ever dated was this one chick. What the fuck was her name? Let me see. I've dated a lot of crazy women. I'm gonna think of the craziest woman I ever dated. Crazy one. Risa. It was freaking Risa. You know what I mean? She was the worst girlfriend I ever had. And she asked me to marry her. She made me promise to marry her. And now that I know more about dating, I understand exactly why. I understand exactly why. And I just don't understand why she would think I would do it. You know what I mean? I don't. So this woman, bro, like, you know what I mean? All she did was gaslight. This woman was perpetually probably dating other dudes and shit. You know what I mean? Okay, so the reason why this was the worst girlfriend I ever had was because it was the only woman that I could say made me depressed. It was the only woman I've ever dated that's ever actually given me real life depression. Like I was literally contemplating like jumping off something tall. For real. Like that's what a bad relationship will do to a man. That's why I don't stick around for him anymore. That's why I refuse to be in a bad relationship. If a female come at me with some goofy shit, that's why I just dump her and just go find somebody else. That's why I don't stick around no more. I don't do that. That's a mistake. Sticking around for the hardships of your partner while they go out of their way to make it harder on you and still shit test you and they're the one making. No, it's over. You know what I mean? Because what I've noticed is if a chick does stuff to you that makes you want to leave her and then you dump her and then you wait for, and then like she comes back to you like she still wants to be back with you, she stops doing the goofy shit she did. It's almost as if they know. And, well, she's testing boundaries. You know what I mean? So what it is this. Women will test your boundaries until they find your boundaries, right? And once you check her because of your boundaries, then she loves you now. Oh, oh man, he's a real man. But if a guy just lets a woman walk all over him, she won't have any respect for him, so she won't let it. That's what it is. So, you got to have boundaries. Don't fight her or argue with her. You know what I mean? But, like, if a chick tries to trick you into some nasty shit you don't want to do, just don't do it. So, with that being said, so what happened was this. So, and this is how I got out of that, right? This is how I got out of the depression with that chick, right? So I'm dating this chick, and she would constantly let me know that she was talking to other guys, right? All the time. She would tell me how much she loved me when she was with me. But whenever we weren't around each other, she would constantly just keep talking about other dudes. Whenever I would call her, she would tell me, oh, yeah, I'm doing it, blah, blah, blah. Now, I didn't know what that was then. I knew what it was now. Luckily enough, I learned. But I didn't know what was going on. So that put me in a sucky state where I was just always feeling like, I wasn't enough for like the chick, the girl I loved didn't really love me. Like she was doing that shit, right? So I got to the state where I started feeling not good. So instead of continuing to feel that feeling, I went over to some friends' houses to hang out. When I went over I went to my sister's house to hang out. You know what I mean? My sister's a terrible person, so it's hard for me to think of her as my family. So I go over to my sister's crib, and while I'm there, I run into this female. And this female, her name was Ashley, and Ashley is all over me. Ashley's full on in love with me, right? Like, bro, this chick is just telling me how much she wants to be with me, how much she love me, all this shit, right? So I'm like, that's what's up, right? So now, me not understanding female nature and understanding the reason why she didn't, the reason why she loved me so much, the reason why Ashley loved me so much was for two reasons. One, I already had a girlfriend, female hypergamy, and mate choice copying. Look it up. Nigga. If I was single, she would have hated my guts because there was no competition. Women, right? I still don't make no damn sense. So on top of that, you know what I mean? Understandable, Marceline. So on top of that, you know what I mean? Not only that, yo, understandable, Livid. You say your auntie owns a hot dog stand? I'm sure you've met some notable people, you know what I mean, as well. I've met very notable people, you know what I'm saying? For real, for real. And again, you know what I'm saying? Like, let me see. Let me see. True words were never spoken. I agree 100%. That's real talk. All right, so first of all, first reason why the girl fell in love with me is because I already had a girlfriend. Women, for some reason, tend to only go for men who already have women. I know, right? And then they have the nerve. Never mind. So, with that being said, on top of that, I wasn't really into her like that. I didn't really like her like that. Whenever I was around her, I didn't like her. You know what I mean? Me not wanting her and already having a girlfriend made me Jason Derulo in the moment, right? So now, but luckily, yo, Livid, do I have a Discord? We all love hearing from you. Yo, I definitely have a Discord, Brody. Yo, hey, can somebody put the link to my Discord in the chat? W's in the chat from Livid. Yo, you are number one super chatter of the stream, Brody. Yo, 2,375 diamonds. Nearly 1,000 over the homie Z Nation, even though he is awesome as well. Yo, Marceline is awesome as well. All right, so with that being said, the chick, she tells me, she's like, so me going over my sister's house and running into this girl that had a crush on me, it made all of the hurt that my girlfriend at the time was inflicting on me go away. And when I tell you that that was literally the worst pain I'd ever felt in my life, even up to now. That was the worst pain I ever felt in my life. It was literal heartbreak. And I was with the woman still. It was heartbreak. It was being heartbroken while still being with your girl. It was the worst possible feeling ever. I've never felt anything even close to it, even a fraction of that type of pain. Like, I'm talking like it felt like grenades were continuously going off in my heart at all point. I'm just like, you know what I mean? Like, I was like, what do they call it? I wasn't manic, but the shit, like, it hurt at all times. And the only thing that made it go away was talking to other women. The girl didn't even have to show me love or like. If I was talking to her and it was just a regular back and forth conversation, all of that went away. You know what I mean? Nigga, you know, but women say that even though she was doing all of that stuff to me, I should have stayed. I should have just jumped off of something like all the other dudes do. Like a lot of other guys in that, you know what I mean? I should just, you know what I mean? Chris Benoit it. You know what I mean? I should have just Green Rangered it. You know what I mean? No, man. Even though she had like 8 other dudes she was talking to. You know what I mean? See, we men are shamed if we go talk to new people, regardless of how crap the people we're with are, right? But for women, oh, she was going through something. She just, you know, it was an entanglement. It's all, you know, it's all good. If she did, it's completely okay. That's only a man should never, you know, go talk to other women and make himself feel better if he's dealing with someone who's trying to push him literally off the edge of something. Yeah, I was a horrible man for doing that. I should have stayed and dealt with it, bottled it in. Don't do that. You know what I mean? It's not. All you got to do is go to like a Burger King, go to like a Home Depot or any place that has women workers and talk to one of the women. You know what I mean? You don't even have to get their numbers. You know, I wasn't even hitting on freaking Ashley, and it made me feel better. But I've realized that's why guys go to strip clubs. You know what I mean? So that's when I learned my first most valuable lesson. Put yourself first. Screw what everyone else says. Put yourself first. Your health and how you feel is the most important thing. Don't be trying to put your girl or your dude first and this person ain't shit. So with that being said, I'm over there, I'm talking with Ashley, and everything was, the conversation was just perfect. We talked about movies, all the same stuff that the girl that I was dating, that Risa treated me like crap for, Ashley loved about me. She just loved it. Everything. She was with and completely agreeable about everything. So after about 2 weeks of, you know, going over my sister's house whenever I felt heartbreak and getting to be around Ashley, you know, like I finally dumped the chick I was dating and then just, you know, stayed with her instead, you know. I dumped the chick I was dating and then got with Ashley. And the way I dumped the chick I was dating, she hit me up with some more goofy shit. And I was just like, you know what? It's over. I dumped her. It's over. You know what I mean? Completely over. I have nothing to do with you. It's over. I don't even, there's nothing I can gain from this date, from dating that chick, right? So I dump her. I call her and I dump her. And, you know, I hang up and she calls me back within like a day or two. I love you so much. I just love you so much. I'm so sorry. I'll do anything to get you back. I love you so much. I'll do everything to get you, you know, and I'll do everything. And I'm so sorry. So, you know, I took her back. You know what I mean? But it's only after that that she started treating me with respect. You know what I mean? And then I realized something. Wait a minute. So you mean to tell me she was doing this to me on purpose? So, and that thought crossed my mind, like, wait, there's no way a woman would do this to a dude on purpose. But when I broke up with her and she begged for me back, and then I made her make it up to me, and then we got back together, she never did that again. It's almost as if she was doing it on purpose, and she knew what she was doing and stopped it the minute I stood up for myself and dumped her. And ever since then, that's why I dump women. That's why I just, if a female comes at me with any type of goofy shit, I dump her. I just go look for someone else. I ain't doing it. I dump her and just go find somebody else, because it's easier to find a new girl and get her to treat you with respect and, you know, love and all that shit than it is to convince a girl that you're already with to start loving and respecting you. Way easier. Just, you know what I mean? Nigga, I sent my server 2 server boosts over to your server, big dog. Hey, appreciate you, Livid. Yo, you got great energy, Brody. All right, you guys. So, right now, we are at 80 in Super Chat. Once we reach 20 more in Super Chat, I will tell you guys the story of... Type of 1 in the chat if you guys want to hear the story of the worst one-night stand I ever had. Type of 2 in the chat if you guys want to hear the story of the creepiest one-night stand I ever had. You know what I mean? W's in the chat to live it. I don't have permission to get the link on Discord. Crap. Hey, so Livid, there's got to be a way for me to get you the Discord. I'm going to be streaming a little bit later on once I get home. You know what I mean? If you come back onto the stream, Livid, I will have the Discord for you. Okay, so the creepiest girlfriend I ever dated. Super chatters choose the direction of the stream. So, you know what I mean? Alright, so creepiest girl I ever dated, bro. Creepiest girl I ever dated. Oh, easy. It was this one girl. She feet cheated on me, bro. I was talking to this one chick, and she cheated on me with her feet. It's hard to tell this story without laughing. Filthy bitch. She feeded on me. We got feeded on, man. This bitch feet cheated. But yo, you know what I mean? Yeah. So once we reach, so once we reach 20 more in super chat, I'll be telling you guys that story. Time I got feated on. Time I got feet cheated on. Like yo, I heard of cheating. I didn't know. I that's my first time ever getting feet cheated on, bro. It was the first time, and it happened. It was like a month ago. It wasn't even super long ago, and the baby girl was bad. What's messed up is I should have still hit. She was trying to still give me the cheeks. She went out of her way to throw the cheeks at me. She offered me mouth stuff and everything. But in my brain, I was just like, also, you can go rub your feet on my best friend again, eh? You Jada Pinkett Smith ass bitch. Like it was. Nigga. So, once we reach 20 more. Yo! W's in the chat delivered. He just said 20 directly through the super chat. Yo! You didn't crack? I did not. I didn't crack. My friend got farther than I did, technically, even though it was just foot on feet. It was foot on. Okay, so this is what happened, right? So, I've known this one girl for like 5 years, right? And baby girl has been baby girl's been after me for 5 years. She's been chasing me for 5 years. She's been buying me stuff for 5 years. She's been paying, she paid my way into a ticket. She paid my way into a concert like a month ago. You know what I'm saying? She freaking bought me some shit. You know what I'm saying? She buys me food. This woman is in love with me. I'm not a fool. I understand the signs. She's dropped super duper in love with me. Now, I'm not gonna lie. In case she watching this, you know what I'm saying? Like, I hope she ain't actually, cause I like her too. Not as much as she like me, you know what I mean? But I like her too. I like her a lot. She was about to get on the roster. I was about to let her in the rotation. But like, that situation was so weird to me. I was just like, oh God. So what happened was this. I invite her over to the crib, right? I had like a kickback. It was like 10 of us. Bunch of people coming through. Great situation. You know what I'm saying? And bad female, she pull up, you know what I mean? So we're gonna fast forward through all the pleasantries or whatever. We watching the movie on the big screen TV, and while we're watching the big old movie on the movie theater projector, you know what I mean? One of my homeboys is sitting in the chair close to her, even though he said, yeah, I didn't want to sit next to him. That's what it was. You know what I mean? So he's sitting in the chair next to me. And the reason why I want to sit next to him is because he's up to the knuckle. He's a backwards mechanic. Homeboy plays for the wrong team. He plays for his own team. You know what I'm saying? Homeboy is into dudes. Apparently he likes dudes and chicks. It's disgusting to me. You know what I mean? I ain't want nothing to do with it. You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? And like, he's a real cool dude or whatever. You know what I mean? Homie's real cool. But it's grossly apparent to me that he's mad at me because I'm not zesty. So because of that, I don't want nothing to do with him no more. And you know what I mean? So yeah, he's bi. He's tried to get me to talk to him like that, and I'm like, bro, I don't have none of that. I'm only straight. And he's married. He's married. You're nigga. I can get you women, but I'm not with none of that. You know what I'm saying? Nigga. So, you know what I mean? Like, if he's, you know what I mean? Like, a homie wondering why I don't want nothing to do with him, that's why. It's grossly apparent that he's mad at me. It's grossly apparent that he's mad at me because I'm not a backwards mechanic. And that's not something I'm going to ever change. So, you know, I guess I'm just going to have to make different friends then. Thought he was cool because he likes martial arts like me. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like, we play ping pong together. But it's grossly apparent that the only reason why he was being so nice and to me is because he was hoping for some other shit. You know what I mean? Some shit that I ain't got. So if that's the case, I'd just rather not have him as a friend. I'm good. Completely good. You know what I mean? What's the grocery list look like? Nigga, I already got groceries. I mean, hot Cheetos. I already got groceries. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? I was at an acting class, and that's why I'm dressed like this. You know what I mean? And this place like has delicious juice. So I came up here started live, so I'm just telling y'all, I'm just cracking jokes with y'all. So, with that being said, we're in hilarious. So, with that being said, I'm inside of the we're in the movie theater of the crib I was at the time. He's sitting he's sitting on the right, he's sitting on the left of her. She's sitting in the middle and I'm sitting on the right, right? They got a cover over the both of them. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm freaking I'm sitting there and I'm just enjoying the movie and I'm noticing like I'm seeing on my peripheral vision the cover is moving where like their feet is at. The cover is moving, and so like mind you, now this is my date. This is my bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like the fuck? So, you know what I mean? Like, I see out my peripheral vision. Luckily enough, I didn't look. I see out my peripheral vision that they playing footsie with each other under the cover. Like, they were literally rubbing feet together. So, the way my brain works is, okay, if you with him, if you want him, then I don't want shit to do. Like, you know, fuck you then, bitch. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. When a woman does some, like, cheating as shit, it just makes me not ever love her. And, you know, I mean, you guys would, people online say I'm a misogynist, right? People say I'm a horrible person just because this woman does some cheating and shit in front of me, and that means I won't wife her up or get her pregnant. How dare I? How dare I see the red flag of what this woman would clearly do if I ever made her an honest woman and then avoid it altogether, but still smash. That makes me a horrible person, guys. It makes me a terrible person by understanding that if this woman does some goofy shit with another dude in front of me, then I should never marry her or never take her seriously or ever fall in love with her. You know what I mean? Nigga. Type of one in the chat if I should not marry women or take women seriously if they do goofy shit with other dudes in front of me. Type of two in the chat if no, I'm supposed to devote my life to her anyway. That way I can become like Will Smith. That's why Jada Pinkett treats Will Smith so bad. Jada Pinkett more than likely did some goofy shit to Will, did some goofy shit with other dudes in front of Will, and Will just stood there and let it happen. And now look where he's at. Treated like shit, paying all of her bills, and it's in his own house. He has to pay all of her bills. She disrespects him in his own house in front of him, goes on TV and just shames his whole name whenever she talks. It's just shaming Will. Oh no, I think about Tupac every day, but Will Smith ain't shit. You know what I mean? So, with that being said, yeah, I'm saying, hey, what's up, Livid? What's up, Steppin'? Will Smith got it the worst, bro. Will Smith, I want you to know that you are a role model for what I will never become. That man is a role model for what men should all look at Will Smith and reverse engineer how he got there and never get there themselves. I would never want to waste, how long have they been together? 30 years? 30 years of my life on a woman that literally her only breath in life is to try to make him look bad. You know what I mean? I wouldn't say Will Smith fell off. You know what I'm saying? I don't think Will Smith fell off. I think he just like, I don't think he fell. Oh, you talking about when he slapped Chris Rock? Yeah, it's as bad as you're talking about. It's bad. Yeah, that was his fall off when he slapped Chris Rock. That was the goofiest thing he could have ever done. You know what I mean? Yeah. Respect wise, he's always gonna make money. Understandable. That's real. Respect wise, he's always gonna make money. But like, yeah, he chose, man. But what it is Will Smith is the world's most famous nice guy. That's how nice guys get did. I see it happen all the time. He's a nice guy. What do we learn? Don't be that nice. It's good to be a nice person, but you don't want to be a doormat. Will Smith is a doormat. He has no boundaries. That's what a man that doesn't uphold his own boundaries, that's what he gets. You know what I mean? So instead of getting to a place where, instead of letting a woman get to a Jada Pinkett Smith, type of acting type, crap, I just dump the chick. I just break it off first. You know what I mean? The minute I feel any of that disrespect coming, I just drop the chick. Because I know the minute I go anywhere, like a bar, gym, any new chick I'm gonna meet is gonna treat me with the utmost respect because she wants to look like a really good candidate to me. So, like that's why you dump the other chick, is because if she's talking smack, she done lost the respect. If a chick lose some respect for me, I just go get a new one, build some new respect. But then again, that's only because I know my dating secrets. That's only why. I understand how to date for the most part because I read a bunch of books about it when I was younger, and then I put a bunch of that into practice, and the shit worked super duper well. It worked so well that, like, well, I'm not gonna tell any of that. I'm not gonna say any of that. I should be selling a dating course, bro. I probably will. Still like a dating thing. Always have boundaries. Yes, plur. Always have boundaries. Being nice is cool, but don't let people take advantage of you. That's real. Super duper real. Respect wise, he's always gonna make that money. Yo, you ain't never lied. What's up, plur? What it is, cool. What it is, Steppin' Vargas. What's up, limit? You toke up at all? I smoke a shit ton of weed, if that's what you mean. I smoke a shit ton of weed. I don't do nothing else. You know what I mean? Nigga. Like, you know what I mean? Weed is like my tippy top. Ain't never doing nothing else. You know what I mean? I did make a love song about meth. You feel me? But that's only because, like, I met this one girl, and, like, I talked to 10 girls at the club one night, and I got 2 of them to go. One of them got pulled away by her extremely unattractive and anorexic looking female friend. No go. Yeah, just, 30 minutes into the conversation, the white woman's dragging her yitties all over my back and shit. She all over me. She's, nigga, I'm rubbing and shit. You know what I mean? Like, it's on and popping, yo. Yo, nigga. My homeboy's talking to her female friend. The female friend is going. I'm like, yo, nigga, it's going down. And then, like, you know what I mean? Just as it's getting to the best part of the conversation, her ugly, jacked up looking friend runs over and ruins the whole situation because nobody didn't want her. You know what I mean? It is just the way it goes. You know what I mean? So 3 girls later, I talked to 3 more females that night, and the 10th chick, she's going, right? So she's going so hard that we go back to my house. But halfway in the Uber to my crib, she tells me, she's like, yo, by the way, I love meth. You know what I mean? Meth is what I enjoy. You know what I mean? And I'm just like, nigga, come on, bro. Like, nigga. But she's like, nah, it's meth. You know what I mean? And then when we got back to my crib, she asked me if she could put on some music. I tell her, yeah. Baby girl puts on polka. I shit you not, she put on polka, bro. Worst, most offbeat music of all time. You know what I mean? So, when she did that, you know what I mean, I was just like, bruh. So I went on and freaking, after that, we went up to my room or whatever, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to figure out a way to get this chick up out of there. I'm not gonna lie, like, type of one in the chat, like, okay, I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. I'm gonna keep it real. I was not gonna tell y'all this part of the story. You know what? I'm not gonna tell y'all this part of the story. I'm not gonna tell this part of the story. It's bad. You know what I mean? But if we reach 20 more in super chat, I will tell you guys the part of this story, cause it's bad, man. You know what I mean? We got to sponsor the trauma, guys. This is I can't let this type of stuff get out. This is one of my secrets. I was gonna take this to the grave. For real, bro. If we reach 20 more in super chat, I will tell you guys the secret to this story, bro. No. So, how about them Yankees? You know what I mean? Where you guys from? It's that bad. It's something I wouldn't tell y'all. Okay? It I don't like it. I don't I've never told anybody this part of the story, man. And I know it's gonna make me look a type of way. So, you know what I'm saying? All right, so with that being said, you know what I mean? If we reach the next 20th super chat, I'll tell you guys that secret. We will unlock that secret. You know what I'm saying? Oh my God. And for every 20 we reach a super chat, I will tell you guys, I will unlock a crazy secret that you guys don't know. You know what I mean? Yeah. Because there's a good amount of them. You know what I mean? So, I wonder. Something I be wondering about y'all. Mother. Oh, word. So my phone gonna turn off and then shut back on by itself. Type of shit. So you gotta unlock them new stories. For real, for real. You know what I mean? First girlfriend. Where's she at? Sherelle? I have no idea. I only after she dumped me, I think she got back with like one of her exes, and like that was it. I just didn't really talk to her like that no more. I didn't really like, you know what I mean? Because like, you know what I mean? We tried to kiss, but I was a horrible kisser. You know what I mean? Y'all know, bruh, get this. I'll tell you guys a quick secret. You know what I mean? Because Livid is up in this mug. He's super chatted so much, yo. Yo, W's in the chat. Anyone trying to VC in the server? W's in the chat, man. Yo, Livid just super chatted 20 directly through the channel. Okay, so the secret is this. All right. And mind y'all, look, this might not be that big of a secret to y'all, but it's still something I planned on taking to the grave with me. All right, I never planned on telling y'all this. You guys, hey, W's in chat for Livid. Thank you, thank Livid, guys. Livid is the GOAT. Thank Livid. Livid is a whole fortune. Yes, Livid is awesome people. W's in the chat to Livid. Everyone thank Livid. Okay, so this is the secret. I tried to crack the meth head. I tried that. She was cute. You know what I'm saying? Now, with that being said, it never ended up going down because like she wanted me to try meth in order to crack. And I was like, all right, now you gotta get out. No. Like I ain't trying no new substances to crack shit. Absolutely not. Yes, I tried to crack. Yes, nigga, she didn't look like it. I told y'all this was a secret. Y'all thought this secret was not gonna be funny? Nigga. All right, so I could tell y'all the rest of the story now. Since now y'all know the secret, I could tell y'all the rest of it. Baby girl, you know what I mean? Like, I asked her to, like, you know what I mean, take her shirt off or whatever, give me a massage. And she started acting like hella withdrawn and scared and all of that. Like, I mean, since she was in my room, she already knew I wasn't going to try to steal it. But, chicks, they always try to play that up. Oh, I don't know. Oh, she was mad at me because I wouldn't do math, because I didn't do math. And she felt judged, which she should have. Meth sucks, bitch. What you doing? So after about 15 minutes of attempting to crack, you know what I mean? Once I saw the stipulations upon cracking, which was meth, you know what I mean? I got to do full on Jesse Pinkman, aka Walter White type shit. Yo, W's in the chat. Yo, Blue Blaze with the 10 in super chat. Appreciate you, Brody. What's up, PhD? I've been a real big fan of yours for so long. I'm actually doing YouTube myself. Yo, hey, Blue Blaze. Yo, so at what moment did you fall in love with being a YouTuber, bro? Like, what made you want to do YouTube, Brody? Same here, Blaze. Hey, that's awesome that you do YouTube as well, Plur. Awesome. What type of videos do you guys love to make? You know what I mean? But I broke up with the bitch. Same bro. Same bro. But I broke up with the bitch. You know what I mean? Because she cheated. Like, I was fine with her doing shit, but she didn't respect the relationship. Yoski. Hey, so look, next time that happens, Yoski, what you do is you dump her, and then when she hits you back, all right, you dump her first, and then you go look for other chicks. And when she hits you back, you just have her make it up to you. You know what I mean? Whatever you want. You can get a month worth of, you know what I mean? You know, whatever you like. But look, this is what you do. All right, guys, this is what I do. Whenever I break up with a chick and she comes back to make it up to me, she is on, you know what I mean? You just, the whole time, just, you know, yeah, you know what I mean? Like, just as much as you want. You know what I mean? For 30 days straight. That's what you tell her to make it up to you. That's how you tell her to make it up to you. 30 days straight, you come over when I tell you to, and you leave in a wheelchair every time. And that's the only way, you know what I mean? That shit worked. It worked way better than just holding it down and bottling it up inside and then arguing with her later about it. So, thank you, Blast. Hey, that's what's up. Yo, Ski W's in the chat. Yo, best advice ever. Yo, W's in the chat to Yoski. Yo, that's all. I love that you think that you see that as the best advice ever, Brody. Look, you know what I'm saying? That's real. I'm glad that you guys enjoy my advice, because I want y'all to be out there having a good time, you know what I mean? And women respecting y'all the same way they respect me. Because at the end of the day, it's all about women. Women go off of body language and voice tonality. So I'm gonna tell you guys right now how to get more respect. This is how you more respect, and of course getting more crushes from a woman. W's in the chat, faith and love. Thank you, Brody. Yo, what's up, Benjamin? Hey, keep it 100. All right, so look, this is what you do. A lot of guys are not, women don't care what men look like. They care what you feel like. That's all they care about. They care about your vibe. That's all they care about. So with that being said, your vibe is your voice, your body language, and how non-thirsty you are. You know what I mean? Those are the three things that make up vibe. So as far as your voice, I want you guys to hear my voice right now, the way I'm talking. I want you guys to talk to women. When you talk to girls or women, I want y'all to slow down your voices, right? And any environment you're at, you have your voice 10% higher. You have your energy. Yo, Ben Carter music. W's in the chat. Yo, what's up, PhD? I've been a fan since I was 12. That's awesome that you've been watching me since you were 12, Brody. Yo, you got great energy, man. Hey, I'm 20 now. Yo, I've been watching your videos. Always feel like a hangout session, whether they're reactions. Keep up the hustle, big dog. Thanks for keeping it real and funny. Yo, you got great energy, Ben Carter. Yo, what's the first video that you guys saw of mine that got you guys interested into watching my videos? You guys got great energy, yo. All right, so look, peep game. Voice tonality. All right, so what you want to do is, as far as energy level goes, and this is very important, guys, for dating and friendship, I want you guys to always keep your energy level 10% higher than the environment that you're already in. 10% higher. How y'all think I ain't got kicked out yet? 10% higher and nothing else. You know what I mean? So with that being said, when you're never, you know what I mean? Because a lot of guys, what they'll do is their energy will be too high, right? So if I'm coming at you, talking at y'all like this, hey, what's up, bro? Where you from? You should come at me talking like this. Oh, yo, I'm good. You know what I mean? Like, it's pretty cool. That's 10% higher, right? This is 50% higher than the environment you're in. Hey, what's up, man? I'm kicking it with your friends. That's way too much energy. They will literally tell you that's how you get branded as needing to be on medication. The R word. You know what I mean? We ain't gonna say it. You know what I'm saying? That's how you get branded as a weirdo, a creep, all of that. You know what I mean? That's how you avoid that. Always have your energy 10% higher than the environment you're in. Never anything more. You know what I mean? If your energy is 30% higher than the environment, you're gonna get pushed out of the group and then labeled as a weirdo. If your energy is too low, then you're gonna get accused of bringing your environment, bringing the people around you down, and then they're gonna push you out of the environment. 10% higher than the environment is the only thing that's accepted. You know what I mean? So, with that being said, don't hug me. I'm scared reacting. You ain't never lied, Tristan. You ain't never lied. You've been wooching. Not even gonna ask for the definition of that. You know what I'm saying? Yo, so I was telling you guys a really okay. So as far as with the meth chick went though, you know what I'm saying? Hey, what's up, Jonathan the Gamer? Yo, what's up, Brody? It's good to see you, man. You know what I mean? We out chilling. We off up in the wild this morning and whatnot. This is wisdom from BlastphamousHD. All right, so look, the reason why I want you guys to hear this advice from me is because when I was younger, I was labeled as, you know, what do they call that? Mentally disabled, because I was happy and I didn't know what that was. I was like, yo, I'm happier than all y'all. How am I weird? How am I crazy? How do I need to be on medication because I'm happy? That don't make no sense. You know what I'm saying? Word? But everyone would say this. But, you know, back when I was younger and I was just learning my form of comedy, that's what I would do. I would crack jokes and just laugh hysterically and be super high energy because that made it easier for me to crack jokes. But I read a book and that let me know that that is what happens when someone is putting way too high energy in a crowd. So if the people are like, they're 50% energetic, you got to come in at 55 to 60. You know what I'm saying? If you come in at 75, you get labeled as needing to be on medication. That's just human nature. But the same thing goes for when you go to talk to girls. If you go to talk to a girl and she's whispering, you be 10% higher than that. Don't talk regular if she's whispering. You know what I'm saying? And if she's talking regular, you don't whisper. You feel me? So if she's talking regular, you talk 10% higher energy than that. If she's whispering, you go a little bit higher energy than that. My nigga. As far as voice tonality goes, because you guys just sent through another 20, so I'm just giving out secrets now. Well, this is the last secret before we go on to the next super chat milestone. The next secret is body language. If you're talking to a woman, you want to keep your body language like this. You know what I mean? So you guys can probably see it right now, right? Right now, you know what I mean? We look good. You know what I mean? This is, if I talk to a girl like this, she going, hey yo, and it does not matter what you say. As long as your voice tonality, your pitch, and your pacing in your voice is good, that's all that matters. What you say does not matter. So, hey yo, what's up? Yo, did you guys see that fight outside? And I'm gonna talk to y'all like y'all are some females. Feel free to use this. Hey yo, did y'all see that fight outside? Nigga. So these two girls that was fighting over this guy named Glenn, which I feel like Glenn is a deal breaker name, you know what I mean? Like, so anyway, out of nowhere, these two chicks are scrapping, and one of her sweater pillows falls out. This wasn't like a good chest pillow, you know what I mean? Not like in shape. It was like a saggy, baggy type of pillow, you feel me? You know what I mean? So next thing you know, the chicks, the boyfriend starts scrapping while the chicks are scrapping. It didn't make no sense. But yo, where are you guys from? You know what I mean? Like, where y'all from? Yo, like, how did you guys meet each other? You know what I mean? I could tell you guys are really good friends because whenever she laughs, you laugh. And yes, say that to every girl you run into. Any girls that are in groups, you say that to them. It makes them all laugh. You're welcome. Yeah, I could tell you guys are like best friends. Y'all got a real good connection because whenever you laugh, she laughs. And she didn't even tell a joke. See, look, you just did it again. That's wild, ain't it? Nigga. So, Okay, so with that being said, if your body language is like this while you're talking to a girl, you're a 9. This is how women think. If you talk to a girl like this and you share stories, you're an 11. It can be me talking to a girl, right? And I'm a 9 like this, but if I talk to the girl like this, hey, so where are you from? Yeah, I was talking to this one guy, and this crazy stuff was happening, and then we were hanging out. I'm a 2 now. Did y'all see the switch? So this is a 2 when talking to a girl. Yeah, so I was trying to hang out, and this other girl, and then when I was walking with it, and this is a 9 or a 10. Yo, so yeah, I was talking with one of my female friends, and she had this wild situation just come up, and that shit ain't make no sense to me. I actually want to know if I can get your opinion on it. So nigga, so look, this is what happened, right? Nigga, you know what I mean? So practice that shit in the mirror, dudes. You know what I mean? Practice looking back. You know what I mean? Like holding, you know what I mean? Holding your, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like holding your shit up when you talk to females and whatnot, and you be all good. But if when you're talking to girls, never lean in. Never do this. Because this is creepy. This is sexy. Creepy. Attractive. Creepy. Attractive. It's that easy to be labeled as a sicko. You know what I mean? When you're out talking to girls. So type of 1 in the chat, if it makes sense what I just showed y'all. Type of 2 in the chat, if you couldn't see the switch, that doesn't make sense. You know what I mean? Like, how does this make you creepy when talking to a girl? And this makes you attractive. You know what I mean? It's hilarious. So yo, I'm glad y'all can see it. You know what I mean? There you go. But yeah, you know what I mean? Like, no one ever teaches this stuff. So I want you guys to, like, you know what I mean? At least you guys know that no matter what you look like as a man, you can be a goddamn 10. Beautiful. Beautiful to know. All you got to know is the right body language, the right vocal tonality, and, you know, basically have a mentor who knows what he's doing. Ta-da! Yo, what's up, Nada? What's up, Steppin'? What's up, player? Hey, bro, first time catching you live. Just wanted to let you know that me and my girl love your scary video reactions. It's gotten us through some tough times. So just wanted to say, keep fighting. Hell yeah, Josh. That's what's up. I'm glad you guys enjoy the scary reactions. All right, now I was telling you guys a story. Oh, but yeah, man, I almost cracked that midget chick. Yo, W's in the chat. Yo, Ski, W's in the chat. Listen to this, man. People has been through it all. Yo, appreciate you, yo. Nigga, look, I went out. Type of 1 in the chat if you guys want to hear the story that let me know how effective my dating teachings are. Because I went out and put this into practice. One night I went out and I talked to girls like this, and then I talked to girls like this. The difference was staggering. So get this, I run into this Puerto Rican chick, right? And I'm at the club. I meet her, and she's throwing me all the choosing signals because, you know, you know what I mean? So it's all going good and whatnot. So, but I didn't like her like that. But she was like, look, I want you in our group. She brought me back to her bad bitch friend, and I was with the bad bitch. So I'm talking to the bad female, and everything's going great. She's all over me and everything because I'm doing this. Yeah, that's what's up. Yo. So, yo, how did you and your friends meet? Yo, that's good that you and your friends, you guys hang out a lot. That's what's up. But while I was talking to her like that, I started falling in love with the chick because she was giving me such good energy back and showing me such love that I started falling in love with the biddy. And I started to lean in. So I'm talking to her. I went from this, yeah, that's what's up. I went from this, yeah, that's what's up. So, yo, so where are you from? So that's cool that you kick it with your friends. So how long do you guys know each other? And she immediately told me she had a boyfriend when I did that. When I did this, I was super duper attracted. AKA, she wanted to cheat on her boyfriend with me when I did this. But when I did this, she didn't want to do nothing with me. So she was, oh, I got a boyfriend. I don't want nothing to do with you. Yo, I appreciate you. Yo, appreciate you pouring up for your boy PhD. Appreciate you, live it. Hey. So, yo, type of one in the chat if these quick little teachings are good for y'all. And y'all, you know what I mean? So that y'all can date better and easier and, get y'all mate on, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, type of two in the chat if you guys would just rather hear the stories instead of the dating advice parts. But yeah, man, I tried to crack that meth lady. I tried to crack the meth lady, you know what I'm saying? Like, she wasn't with it because I wasn't willing to do meth. And she would have been with it, but I wasn't willing to work hard to get that one because she was on meth. I'm like, you know what I mean? I tried, I threw her one, you know what I mean? And she was like, yo, you willing to try? And I was like, you know what? Never mind. I dropped the whole act. You know what I mean? I just let it all go. For real, for real. Yo, Yoski, where are you from? And what time is it where you guys are at? You know what I mean? Also, what's you guys' favorite types of videos? What's you guys' favorite types of videos to watch? But they can't be mine. Has to be someone else. Talking Markiplier, Jacksepticeye, Corey Extension. Corey Extension, I can't tell him to his face that I like his stuff because it'll make him feel weird. But I'm pretty sure he watches me, so I like his stuff. You know what I mean? Like, for real, for real. That dude is an inspiration to everybody that does Let's Plays. For real, for real. You know what I mean? Yo, like, to be as squeaky clean as Corey Extension and still have some chicks try to lie on, still have some people try to lie on you. It wasn't chicks, it was just people. I'm like, damn. You know what I mean? My favorite video you did was a Happy Tree Friends. Happy Tree Friends is goated, bro. You know what I'm saying? Happy Tree Friends is super duper goated. Internet City, they're awesome people, bro. For real, for real. Hey, what's up, Sid? You know what I mean? Yo, so what's you guys' favorite video that I've done? You know what I mean? What's my favorite video? My favorite video to me, I got a lot of favorite videos I've done as I go back and watch a lot of my videos all the time. I feel like I put my videos up on YouTube for me to go watch them motherfuckers. You know what I mean? It's weird. It's wild. It's like, you know what I mean? I get to watch me with y'all that like watching me. Nigga. You know what I'm saying? Shit feel good. Dashy, Markiplier, Jacksepticeye, Corey Extension. Love those dudes. Dashy XP, awesome. Like, I want to do some work with Dashy XP. For real, for real. Gaming with Stefan. Understandable. So, with that being said, you know what I mean? We freaking about to go get this juice real quick. You know what I mean? What type of juice should I get? You know what I mean? Super chatters get to choose the direction of stream. So what flavor of juice should I get, super chatters? That means you live it. That means you. What's that? Yeah. Looking for the other. That means you, Marina, and that means you, Yaski. Yeah. 2874. The juice. You ain't never lied. For real, for real. Yo, what's up, Plur? What's up, Gaming with Steven? You know what I mean? If I'm really lucky, we might even get to run into an opponent. Yo, what's up? Yo, I'm not even gonna lie. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I remember, I don't know, like, I be acting real nice in public because I know that draws out the bullies. You know what I mean? I remember this one time I drew a bully out, bro, and it had to be the scariest thing that's ever happened to that guy, man. Poor dude. So peep game, some electric lights. Always some electric lights. For real, for real. Where's the grocery place? So, with that being said, I was, let's see. Okay, so I was filming this TikTok that went super viral on my TikTok, right? It was the one where I was like, I'm up, I'm down, I'm running fast as shit around this motherfucker. It was that one, right? So I was filming that mug, and in order to film that one, I got to be real silly. I got to do all that, right? So I was doing that while I was filming. This black guy runs up and starts yelling and cursing at me like he about to beat me up. Man, I'll whoop your ass. What the fuck you doing acting like that, nigga? Like, he runs up on me. And it made no sense because he was like half my size. I'm like, what? So you mean to tell me the world is so topsy, the world is so wild that just because, even if a guy is half your size, if you're acting sweet or happy in public as a black guy, you just get jumped. Nigga. What? That nigga. If you're happy, if you're too happy in public as a black guy, you just get jumped. Nigga. That apparently smiling is against the law nowadays. I didn't know it was like that. I wasn't even in the hood. I was in the art district. I'm like, nigga. Oh hell. I ain't even know it was like that. I'm just like, yeah, I mean, like, this was good in the streets. Juice. Oh wait, no, there's lime. Nah. Limeade is it's like you gotta chew it or something. It's not the same. Juice. Yo, can't even enjoy outside without motherfuckers. Yo, that happens to you two-stepping? Nigga. Shoot, I like the watermelon lemonade. Ain't nothing wrong with it. You know what I'm saying? I haven't tasted it just yet. You know what I mean? So, with that being said, you know what I mean? Like, but yeah, that's just normal. But so what happened was this. I had just got done filming the TikTok, and I was on the last part of it. The guy runs up on me in the middle of filming and offers me like, like it jumped in my face. Like he about to beat me up. So that threw me into my hood reflex, my black people reflex, like, I whoop you. You know what I mean? I got up on him, and homie, like, he fell back. Like, he got jump scared. It was his first night. He flew back like it was his first time playing Five Nights at Freddy's 4, and he got jump scared. You know what I mean? Hey, look, nah, dude, it's very normal. If you're like, it's just a part of being I don't know if it's part of being black. I don't know. But luckily enough for me, I done gotten past this. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, homeboy jumped back like it was his first time playing Five Nights at Freddy's, and he had just gotten jump scared. He immediately starts offering me money and food. Yo, you want some money? You want some money? I'll give you anything. You want some food? I'll give you. So, what have we learned? You know what I'm saying? Yes, you could say that, the world is a scary place because, as a dude, you're not supposed to, act too happy because dudes will try to like fight you or whatever. Or you could say what I like to say, acting happy, I'm going to act super happy now because, you know what I mean? Like, that was a free robbery. I could have robbed that dude legally. That's a free robbery. It's free. Like, the last two dudes that have done that to me, that have tried to like come at me sideways for being happy, like they offered me large amounts of money every time. And they pay. So I'm gonna keep acting happy. And hope some more people take my kindness for goofiness. Take my So you want people to take your kindness for weakness. You know what I mean? I want people to take my kindness for weakness. Those are free victims. Free. Good morals are far more valuable. Yeah, good morals are valuable. You know what I'm saying? But it's not gonna, you know what I mean? So what am I supposed to do? Just get robbed? Just get got? That doesn't sound good for me at all. Like, I'm just gonna stand by and let somebody, like, rob me or beat me up to be nice? Nope. Nope. Kindness for weakness? Yeah. Yeah, you got good morals, Yoski. You got good morals, Yuski. You know what I mean? Probably Yoski. For real. You know what I mean? A lot of people, you know what I mean? Like, it is. But yeah. You know what I'm saying? So, it's good to be black. I love it. But yeah, man, I had the same thing happen to me when I was up at UNLV. I was at UNLV, and this dude, you know what I mean? Like, he tried to, let's say, what he tried? I was up at UNLV, man, and this dude, like, he was trying to stunt on me in front of this chick. Oh, shit. Nigga. 100% Cambodian, yo. So, with that being said, yo, where you guys from? And what time is it where you guys are at? This might be like my first 2-hour storytime stream in a minute. I'll pay for it when I get up front. Damn, that shit delicious. But that's another positive about being black. People see me doing shit, nigga, they don't even say shit. Yo, Ski. Hey, appreciate you for the 10 super chat, Brody. Damn, it's still crazy to me that I have not watched your videos for a fat man, Brody. And it makes me happy. It makes me happy, gang, that you are still pushing. Hell yeah, Brody. You know what I mean? Bro, like, look, I'm premium level black people, bro. You know what I mean? Can't stop, won't stop. The only, you know what I mean? Like, I tell my people, I don't, like, the only way, but yeah, I can't see myself stopping, especially if I want to talk to y'all. I'm not going to not talk to y'all. I don't, like, you know what I mean? I don't care. Because ever since I've been a kid, you know what? I remember this. People used to treat me real good before women started treating me real good. And then people started getting mad. Especially dudes. But I understand. I understand that completely. You know what I mean? Luckily enough, I read all the books. Doesn't really, you know what I mean? Ever since I was a kid, people have, attempted to, talk smack. So luckily enough for me, growing up as a roaster, I learned. W's in the chat to Yoski. Alright, so, you know what I mean? But yeah, I am extremely happy. You know what I'm saying? Hope you guys are happy as well. Damn, it's still crazy to me. Yeah. I'm glad that it makes you happy that I'm still pushing, right? But that's another big reason why I never really left YouTube, is because a lot of you guys, like, I understand how I could be seen as a role model. I very much understand that. Grew up doing a shit ton of crime and a crap ton of violence, and then read books and decided not to do the stuff no more, and then just crack jokes, tell comedy, you know what I mean, and all that. So I wouldn't want to take myself away from the people that see me as someone that keeps them going. You know what I mean? For real. But yo, so what time is it where you guys are at? Please don't ever end it, man. You've changed people's childhoods growing up. Yep, I'm not really much of a runner fromer. You know what I'm saying? So, but yo, you know what I mean? I'll never end this mug. I got y'all. You know what I mean? Can't stop, won't stop. Bad boy. Just no Diddy. You know what I mean? Oh, man. But that's why they say, I read in another book that says it's good to go through crazy shit when you're young. That way life is on easy mode when you get older. Life is on easy mode for me. The cops are probably on the way, actually. You know what I mean? I wonder if I look like I'm burgling. Probably not. Yo, shoot, I'm in Cali. That's what's up, you in Cali. Yo, how long you been in Cali? Where you guys from? And what time is it where you guys are at? You say it's 2 p.m.? Nigga. So, with that being said, though, let me see. I'm thinking of a really, really bomb story time I can end this mug on. Let's see. So with that being said, Yoski and Livid. Yo, so you guys get to help choose what type of story time you guys want me to tell y'all. You want me to tell like a fighting story, or do you want me to tell a dating story? You know what I mean? Bro. But yeah, man, the craziest chick I ever dated was Risa, hands down. She forced me to promise to marry her. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't realize when I was younger what that was, but I understood it now. As I got older, I realized what that was. I was like, nigga, I don't look like a criminal? Good. Haha, hell yeah. It's working. I'm not a criminal. That was just my accent that I use from time to time on stream. I am actually world-renowned news reporter Tyrone Koppel. Holla at your boy. And today we're here with the late breaking news. Fighting stories. Hell yeah. But I want to know how you got the momentum to keep it pushing and keep being yourself when in hard times. All right. So the best way to keep it all going when things get hard, or the best way to keep it so that things don't get hard, is work out regularly. And when you ever do feel bad, listen to your 10 favorite songs in a row. That's such an underestimated thing, man. It's like a freaking cheat code to life. Can't tell you how many times I'm sitting there, I'm like, man, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Well, probably not, but just for the sake of the story, man, oh man. And then I play 10 of my favorite songs, and by the fourth song, I'm having a great day. I'm dancing and shit. Hey, hey. Like, you know what I mean? It's hard to feel bad when you feel good. You know what I'm saying? That's real. But yeah, the way I tend to keep myself rooted is, I work out every morning. You know what I'm saying? I eat terribly. I don't follow any type of nutritional diet at all. I make sure to eat at least 5 minutes before I go to sleep. You know what I'm saying? You want to make sure to eat right before, and you know what I mean? And make sure it's something that has no calories in it too. You know what I'm saying? Me, I like to go for hot Cheetos, hot fries, hot Funyuns, or a second bag of hot Cheetos after the first one. You know what I'm saying? Yo, that's what's up, Yoski. Yo, you say you right, actually, Blast. I've been doing that. You got good energy. You know what I'm saying? You are smart. Yo. Me, get a job, but I'm a rapper. I'm making music, and they still don't understand it. They'll never understand it. Even when you blow up, they won't understand it. I had this one chick that would tell me every day that my videos are trash. And then my videos blew up. And then she started trying to hang out, begging me to go on a date with her, begging me to hang out with her, begging me to, you know what I mean, begging me to smash, all this other stuff. And I asked her one day, yo, remember back, like, wasn't it you that told me my videos were awful? They're shit. You don't like them? Didn't you do that? And I'll never forget it. And the girl I was dating at the time was right next to me when this happened. She was right there for both times when she said it and when she didn't say it. This chick looked me dead in my face and was like, I never said that. I never said that. And I'm just sitting there like, what, like, bitch, this ain't Full Metal Alchemist. What, you think you got a philosopher's stone? You can't just rewrite history. You can't rewrite stuff. What is, like, what, she got the Mangekyo Sharingan? Was it Tsukiyomi she's using? That never happened. I'm like, Nick, mother. So, I asked the girl I was dating at the time, and I was like, yo, like, you remember back when this chick, like, totally did this, right? Like, she said this, right? And she's like, yeah, she said that. Yo, W's in the chat, the little Tario. Also got some videos for you. Yo, that's awesome. You got some VHS videos for me. Yo, I ain't mad at it. Yeah, I don't have my tip jar link up. You know what I'm saying? But the minute I get home, I'm going to jump on them videos, Brody. Got you coming up fresh. Hey, what's up, Solo? What's up, Yoski? What's up? W's in chat for the mod squad. My bad. Yo, busy. Looking fresh in the light blue button up. Hey, thank you. You know what I'm saying? Looking like I just aced a job interview out this mug. You know what I mean? I just came from acting class, actually. And they don't, you know what I mean? Like, the last thing I want to do is look the part. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to, you don't want to, yeah. You don't want to go into acting class, because last time I almost had to go in to see the new Spider-Man movie tonight. Yo, that's awesome. What time you going to see the new Spider-Man movie, Jonathan? Shoot. I'm about to head to the crib. Man, I hope you've already slept, man. Hope you had a productive night last night. For real, for real. What's up, Solo? What it is, Yoski? But yo, W's in the chat. To Lil Ontario. BHD, yo, that's awesome that you think I'm looking fresh in the light blue button up. Yo, yeah. Hey, yo. So, Lil Ontario, what is your favorite video that you've seen of mine? Yeah, mine. That's what's up. That's good that you're off tonight, man. Hell yeah. Yo, so shoot, I'm about to go buy this juice that I've already freaking, you know what I mean, I already drank most of. After that, I'm about to head back to the, oh, it's this way. Good. I'm about to head back to the Chris head. Yeah, before I go, I need to take a pic with you. Most definitely, Yoski. You know what I'm saying? Yo, let me know if you, like, stay in my chat and let me know if you're ever in Vegas. You know what I mean? For real, for real. Understandable, Solo, you know? Yeah. Should I keep going or quit? Always keep going. You know what I mean? I hate to quote P. Diddy, but can't stop, won't stop. Always keep going. Just, you know, not when it's an allegation. That's what's up. What's up, Solo? What's up? But yeah, just no Diddy movements. Yeah, no Diddy moments, man. You don't want that. Nigga. But yeah, man. Finally about to purchase this juice. I think I might start doing that. Type of one in the chat if I should start going telling stories inside of a department store every day. Type of two in the chat if I should keep telling stories from inside my room instead. Yo, understandable. Understandable, Yoski. Yeah. I mean, telling stories in a department store doesn't really burn me out, but like telling them at my crib, like, I guess that gets boring. But you know. Yo, what's good, Marty Green? What is, bros? What's up, Jenks? What's up, Matty Dice? What's up, Yoski? Yo, what's up, Solo? What's up, Jonathan the Gamer? What's up, Plur? What it do? Yo, it's a little Ontario. Where are you from, Brody? I mean, what time is it where you guys are at? It's never boring, bro. Trust me. I believe y'all. For real. No problem, Antonio. You say Andrew Garfield is your favorite Spider-Man? Who's my favorite one? Damn. Which one made my favorite Spider-Man movies, I suppose? I guess that's the one I'd be thinking about. My favorite memories are tied to the first Spider-Man. That's cool that Andrew's your favorite Spider-Man. Thank you. Yeah. Hey, what's up, Solo? What's up, Blur? Yep. Alright, y'all. So, yo, I'll see you guys once I get back to the crib. Hey, what's up, Tiff? Alright, y'all. So, I'll be back at the crib probably about 30, 40 minutes. You know what I mean? About to roll out. I usually don't have my phone out in the sun because I don't want it to overheat. You know what I mean? Matter of fact, we'll roll out in 5 minutes. You know what I mean? I'll tell you guys one last story before I go. Or I'll tell you guys about the next story that I'm going to tell you guys tomorrow or tonight when I jump on stream later on. I'll be on stream in like another 2-3 hours. Go home, work out, freshen up. I'll probably jump on stream first. I'll just work out later on tonight. All right, so let's see. Real quick story. Tell you guys the story of, oh man, tell you guys the story of, oh my, okay, so peep game, right? Yesterday, like the day before yesterday, I was out kicking it with some friends, right? You know what I mean? And I'm hella locked in. Yo, so I was kicking it with some friends a couple of days ago, and like we walked out and we went to an arcade. And as I leave the arcade, you know what I mean, I see this homeless dude, he ain't got like no shirt on or whatever. And homie like runs into this big old group of bushes. But the bushes are only covered on like 3 sides. So me and the homies, we walk past the bushes. He's in the bushes taking the biggest dump I've ever seen any human take in public. And I'm just like, yo, he just didn't care. He just didn't care. Nigga. Bro, there wasn't no toilet paper next to him, bro. I'm just like, nigga. But yo. I remember seeing this. It reminded me of when Smokey got caught by Ezel in the first Friday when he was dumping, when he got caught taking the dump. And he had to try to use toilet paper. Type of 1 in the chat if you guys have seen the first Friday movie. Type of 2 in the chat if you guys have never seen the first Friday movie. But bruh. Smokey! Hey yo, you give me $2. I clean up all that shit for you. First of all, that's a very fair price. $2. Nigga. Yo. Yo, what's up, Solo? What's up, Yoski? What's up, Steppin'? Hey, you guys had good childhoods, man. What's up, Plur? So, with that being said, you know what I mean? I'm just like, I ain't even say nothing to him. You know what I mean? Because you don't even know, like, a dude that don't wear no drawers, pull his pants down, take a full-on dump in the bushes where you know people can see him if they walk past. And then, like, doesn't even, like, try to have toilet paper or nothing. That man's a savage. You know what I mean? Like, last thing you want to do is get into a situation with that person. Yo, what's up, Matty Ice? Nigga. That's for real. I know, Antonio. It's wildin'. Well, that's what it's a world record. Bro, it was a world record dump, man. It's wildin'. What's up, Antonio? So yeah, I remember seeing that, and I was like, motherfucker, what? Like, word? Nigga. But yeah, man, that's about the worst. It don't get weirder than that. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, you know, the reason why I didn't want to disturb him was because, like, you know, who's to say he ain't gonna get up and then decide to have a snowball fight with it, and I'm the enemy since I said some shit. Homeless people are scary, real scary. I saw this other homeless dude, man, and like, I was at UNLV, and UNLV has a lot of homeless people. This dude, well, outside the campus, you know what I mean, but they still walk around. Saw this homeless dude walking around. This nigga, he asked me for like $3, and I was like, no, I'm good. You know, homie reached down in the back of his pants, and then like the next person that told him no, I saw the next person, like he asked the person right next to me. That person told him no. He reached down in the back of his pants, like all the way in there, right? To the point where you knew he was up to good. And then he pulls his hands out, don't know what's on it, and he starts chasing the dude with his hands sprawled out. You motherfucker! And I was like, damn. That's some scary shit. Don't get scarier than that. Don't get scarier than that at all. But yo, hope you guys enjoyed the video. You know what I mean? It's your boy BlastphamousHD. I'm about to head back to the crib. I'll see y'all when we get there, man. Good. Yep, that's everything, Yuski. Everything. Syphilis, gonorrhea, gout, foot smell. Everything had to be in there, man. I wasn't willing to chance it. He just wanted to share. No, absolutely not. That's a horrible thing to share with people. No, not booty juice. Not booty do. Stomach stick out farther than her booty do. Alright, man, y'all stay up, man. W's in the chat to Yoski. W's in the chat to Lil Otherio. W's in the chat to Livid. Huge W to Livid. Yo, Livid, you are #1 for the chat, man. W's in the chat to Z Nation and Blue Blaze and Ben Carter and Marceline and Antoine. Y'all have a great day, man. Y'all stay up. Twisms. Yeah. W for everybody for joining.